It's Then and Now special. All right, so Joey, I'm a reporter, so I've got questions. Yes. That's how we do it.
Yes.
So I want to know, I want to get the goods. Tell me, a few band secrets here. Who had the biggest ego?
Biggest ego? Oh my gosh. Well, the good thing, honestly, is I'm sure we all had our moments.
Yeah.
The great thing about being in a band is that, you know, you have four of the guys to check yourself against, and the freedom to do that. And we have all had our moments where I'm sure we've all rolled our eyes, you know, at that guy for saying that stupid thing. But again, it's nice to do it in the safety.
So all of you had pretty healthy egos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, I don't know. Again, I think we were able to keep it in check, but sure, we lost our minds a few times and said some stupid stuff.
Now, you know, it's been 30 years now, and you guys have done this reunion, which we're all very happy about, and you got back together, and now it's become its own show called Rock This Boat. So tell me that. Donnie is, by the way, executive producing this show. So tell me what it was like getting together on this cruise ship with all of your fans. Was it madness?
Oh yeah, it was complete madness. One of the cool things about the show is that it's so hard to describe when people say, oh, it's a cruise, but now we have the show to kind of just show everybody how amazing it is. And it's just 4 days of nonstop love and fun and just letting it all hang out. And you know, we give 150%, and the fans are just there to have the time of their lives, and that's our job, to give them the time of their lives.
You know, it sounds like a big family, and we like to hear that. You guys are all friends now because you were apart for a while. You spent some time and some years apart. So here's what led up to the New Kids breakup. The New Kids were still very much together in 1992, but Donnie was becoming more involved with the career of his younger brother, Mark, who back then went by the name of Marky Mark. Mark had once briefly been a member of the New Kids and walked away.
The question I'm always hit with is, how'd you leave after they was making $115 million a year?
He left when we were making 5 cents every 2 years.
The rapping Wahlberg had quickly become almost as famous as the New Kids. And in this vintage interview, you can see how much fun the brothers had being together.
He's a sex symbol.
No, not really, Ski, but he's taking all the weight because he always got all the girls out in front of the house waiting on him. So, you know, all the weight is still on him. He's still the man.
I think they're waiting on you, Ski.
He's still the man. But I get a few now, so I'm cool with that.
In the early 90s, the band began to spend more and more time apart. For this recording session, it was only Danny, Joey, and Jordan. To mix things up for their latest album, the group had shortened their name to just the initials NKOTB.
It's not an issue, really, for us.
And maybe the album might say NKOTB on the cover, you know.
Jordan might change the name.
Yeah, I might. I was thinking about a new name.
I say the Boston 5 is the best name. That's
When we asked them how much longer the band could go on, they acknowledged things were changing.
We're just giving each other space to do what we want to do. We have respect for each other, and we encourage everybody in the group to do what their heart feels.
Many of the New Kids started doing their own projects on the side.
John's on Broadway. No, he's trying out for Broadway plays and some acting things, and Donnie's back doing Marky Mark's second album. So we're basically holding the fort.
They took time off apart, trying to live normal lives.
There were times where me and Donnie would walk down a hall and not even, you know, say hi to each other. You know what I mean? Because there was so much tension, and it was stupid. It was nothing. It was probably nothing at all. But, you know, that was just because there was so much tension.
In '93, they were recording another album with Donnie playing a big role as a producer. This time, it was Donnie and Joey working together in the studio as they saw themselves forging a new path musically.
The tension's gone, and I'm sure we'll clash again. But you know, the tension's gone, so we can chill now.
Maurice Starr, the producer who had created the band and overseen everything they did in the early days, was now gone. The New Kids stepped up to control their own careers the way they wanted.
We have the ability to say, you know, Joe, what type of song do you really want to sing? You know, Donnie, could you write us this type of song for the album? who do you really want to work with, Jordan? You know what I mean? We have the time to do all the things we really want to do and do things that we enjoy doing, as opposed to being forced to do it and being trapped into doing it. What's up?
I think you should lose the sunglasses.
I do too. Sunglasses ain't doing nothing.
That's right.
We were with NKOTB as they shot a music video for their new album, Face the Music, in the cold, dark New England woods.
We've been off for a year and a half, and I think it was really good for us to get a break from each other. So now that we're back together, I just think there's a lot more, togetherness, and, it's just a fresh start, and we like starting with a clean slate.
But they didn't get that fresh start that they wanted. In 1994, the New Kids split up.
It was a good breakup. It was like we all knew that we've reached the pinnacle of what we wanted to do collectively. And we all wanted to, do separate things that we couldn't do as a group. It got to be a little too just clashy, kind of. And we just said, well, why are we doing this then?
Donnie began a successful acting career. One of his first big roles was working with Mel Gibson and being directed by Ron Howard in Ransom. After that, the work poured in.
It's a pretty good time for me right now. Yeah, I feel good. You can't start patting yourself on the back. I can't sit here and say, well, I was so good in Ransom, now I'm getting offers to do all these other films. Because once you do that, that's the end,
Danny Wood started his own record label and tried acting. Jonathan Knight stepped away from the spotlight and became a real estate developer, while his brother, Jordan Knight, launched a solo career. Unlike a lot of teen sensations, when they grew up, the New Kids had protected their wealth.
We never really got into the let's go crazy with our money thing. Our money was always taken care of very well. And it was good for us because it kept us focused on what we had to do.
Joey McIntyre was performing as a solo act and as an actor. But even 3 years after their split, he was still feeling some sort of letdown.
I don't look at it as like, yeah, we broke up. I'm proud of that, you know what I mean?
In 1997, he took us on a tour of his Boston area home, which was built in 1730.
What was once the dining room has turned into the pool room.
He was still in his early 20s, but constantly reminded of his New Kids days.
We had a lot of young fans, so now they're like in college now, and I'll go out and be like, I loved you, you know what I mean? And I'll say, keep loving me. Don't stop loving me.
When we come back, the New Kids' big comeback.
We're about to go live, so everyone
and teaming up with the Backstreet Boys. That's all next.